morning, everyone. You're watching Breakfast Television here on City. Red Bull, Monster, energy drinks are widely consumed and often by young people, resulting in a multi-billion-dollar market. But are they safe? Jane Shearer, an associate professor in kinesiology at the University of Calgary, has worked on new guidelines for the use of energy drinks that have been published this morning, and she joins us now. Good morning to you, Jane. Thank you so much for being here. So first of all, what is an energy drink? It has to not be confused with a sports drink. They're very different.
That's right. So an energy drink is defined as a drink that has really high caffeine content.
Okay.
Compared to a sports drink, which does not.
Right, there you go. And that's something a lot of parents don't understand the difference between, do they?
No, not at all. I'll show you how close these can be. You walk into a local convenience store and you can see two drinks side by side. The first one is what we call a sports drink. This is Powerade. This contains absolutely no caffeine. And right beside it, you can have this product here, which is Monster Hydro. And hydro, you'd think, would imply sports, but it's actually an energy drink. This one contains 140 milligrams of caffeine.
Wow, that's incredible. That is a lot of caffeine. So what exactly is that doing to kids if they're consuming that? What happens?
So there's a lot of adverse events for kids. Kids are usually not used to consuming caffeine. If kids have too much caffeine, and they can because they're usually much smaller body weight compared to adults. And so kids consuming energy drinks can get symptoms that you or I would simply get if we consume too much caffeine. Right. But kids are not really that aware of them. So for example, heart palpitations,
right,
jitteriness, chronic consumption can lead to, for example, things like trouble sleeping.
Right. And we've reported on the news, you know, that children have had these drinks maybe after a sporting event, and the consequences can be incredibly serious, even fatal.
Yes. So the new recommendations recommend that we do not consume, children should never consume energy drinks, and nobody should really be consuming these beverages before, during, or after exercise. For kids, there are some adverse consequences. For example, there are reported adverse events, including deaths. We see an increase in emergency room visits and increases to poison control centers. And what I often say to parents is, the people calling poison control centers, that's usually because their kids have overdosed on energy drinks.
Wow, that's incredible. So this is really, really dangerous. So what do these recommendations really call for then?
These recommendations call for better education of the consumers themselves. I think that's most important. So getting the message into schools, into health curriculum. It also calls for education of athletes and coaches, and to parents as well, because like you said, parents don't realize what they're consuming, and often the labeling on such products is so small that it's difficult to read.
Right. What about the marketing to children? Because this is an issue as well, isn't it?
It is. So the marketing to children, we see lots of marketing strategies by companies. Companies will tell you they don't market to children, but you can readily see that. I mean, they're marketing to high-risk sports, the things like the snowboarding and the skiing, the motocross sports. They're in video games, very much associated with that. So they're using content marketing to promote their products and to really target. So one example I brought was this 5-hour energy. We have a 5-hour energy for boys, which is army colored, and in the front there we have another one that's pink, meant for girls. So the marketing is very much targeted to the older adolescent population. And when I say these products are not for children, it's interesting because if you ask a 12-year-old, are you a child? The most likely response is no. But when we say children, we're really saying that nobody under 18 years of age should be consuming these products.
Okay. Well, there's some great warnings there and some good information. Jane, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.